I want to talk about a book that I just read that I can't get out of my head. I know that this is not related to gaming, so if you're not interested in that, you can keep scrolling, but we talk about all kinds of things that we like on this channel. We just happen to really like gaming. So I just read a book, and I don't have it with me because I read it on my Kindle, but I will put it right here on the screen. This book is Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater, and it was absolutely the best book that I have read this year. And I'm not a person who reads frequently, but I have read about 10 books this year, and this is topping all of them. So I recently read all of the Bridgerton books, and I absolutely love them. I did not think that I was a historical romance girly, but that series kind of changed me. And while I'm typically a fantasy girly, I was really still in my Bridgerton mindset, and I wanted to read something that was both fantasy, but still had all of the Bridgerton feeling to it, specifically the sweet, lovely romance, and not necessarily anything that had conflict in the romance section. So I was researching and I found this book that somebody recommended on TikTok, several people actually, but I'll try and link the girl who specifically was talking about it that convinced me to read it. And this book has been described as Howl's Moving Castle meets Pride and Prejudice meets Bridgerton. All of my favorite things. And it is exactly what I needed to get back into the fantasy mindset. So this book is about a girl who's been cursed by a fae, and she has half a soul. I don't think that's a spoiler because it's the name of the book, and that makes her act very differently than normal people. And she ends up going to London for this season with her cousin, under the guise of her cousin trying to get married. And really her cousin is trying to meet this renowned sorcerer because she thinks he might be able to fix her cousin's soul. This sorcerer is also the person that people are comparing to Hal. So he is not a loved person. He's very cynical, he's very dry, and he's very angsty and whiny in the best way possible, and a little bit offensive. So whenever she meets him and is not offended by him and does not react the way that normal people would to his banter, he is very intrigued, and you can see where this is going. The way this book is written is beautiful. The characters' interactions is beautiful. Every character in the book is well written, is lovely, and the romance is very sweet, and I love all of that. The fantasy is there. It's very cute. I do wish it had a little bit more spice, but this was a perfect introduction to kind of the maybe fantasy romance if you haven't read that before, or if you were just in the mood for something that was very feel good. So I definitely recommend it.